I said bet.
No,
Wait, what did you say?
I said, yo, you trying to come to Matt's? He said, yep. It's like when I went
Regular folks talking on the podcast.
He said,
Yeah, but
that mine's
folks
live.
study that.
I be playing.
White kid.
After that,
I had a good day today.
Yeah, so like legit.
What was on his head and shit?
Yes, with
Yeah, I
sounds
don't
like
even know why breakdancing.
That's all the point.
I'm alright. Oh no,
You know what?
no. They need somebody in their life.
I can't even ask a
we
question.
can't even ask a normal conversation without you just fucking laughing out of nowhere.
It's funny as fuck.
How do you spell red?
Why would
Red. R-E-D.
Damn it.
what you think he was gonna
Nah,
say?
you guys ever see that Beetlejuice video? Where it's like the spelling bee. He's like, how do you spell red? He's like,
A.
X.
That it wasn't
L.
Beetlejuice.
It was
Beetlejuice.
The movie?
No.
No, his name isn't Beetlejuice.
That's beet.
It's just Beetle.
Just beetle.
Yeah. What color is a carrot? A carrot? I'm not too sure what a carrot is. That guy's funny.
That
That
cracks
is
me up,
funny.
dude.
That guy is funny as fuck.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Great guy. Wonder what he's doing nowadays.
I don't know, honestly.
I
haven't
heard he
about
was a
him in
war
while.
vet. You didn't see that video?
No.
No.
It's so fucking stupid, dude. So he was like, fuck, never mind. I forgot. I just remember one skit of it. And he goes, oh yeah, I have a purple heart.
Yeah.
And then they were just, like, it was during an interview that they were.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
No, I think I do remember. He said something about purple. And he was like, "Yeah, it's purple," and it was like had nothing to do with the military.
Nah.
That's hilarious.
You know what? Oh, his name is Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
Oh
get
wow, that's crazy.
fucked. Yeah, here we are.
He's old.
Seatbelts on.
Yeah.
He's old as fuck.
Either of you have to use the
How old is
measure
he? You
before we
think?
start? No. Okay.
It's the way that he talks.
Here we go. Beetlejuice, you're first. And here is your question. Spell red.
L-S-T-E-R.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right.
Imagine having to sit there and host
I think
that.
that's close enough.
Straight face.
All right. Okay. The judges are saying that's not exactly right. I'm going to go to Gary. Spell red.
R-E-D.
That is one right.
I didn't know that he was versing someone.
know either.
That one correct.
You got one right.
Battle of the Wits? Bro, this shit would never get approved in today's age.
You were close.
Hell nah.
One letter.
I mean, it might. He's got rainbow
All
society.
right, Gary. It's your turn now.
He can't be on here.
This could be a
You
run.
gotta go back to Beetlejuice out there.
This motherfucker.
All right, I'll go to Beetlejuice first. Right,
All right,
right, 'cause
I'll
you
leave
got
that
the last one
alone.
right. That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
I was enjoying that.
That was too. It was kind of funny.
Red?
Lestr.
Lestr.
Fuck, I misspelled it.
That was crazy.
That
That was
close
funny.
enough.
Lester.
Lester.
Is that his real name?
No. It's Beetlejuice.
No. What's his real name?
Beetlejuice.
No. Damn. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Definitely not his fucking real name.
I don't know. Maybe his first name is Beat.
Do
Last
you know
name Juice.
when GTA 6 comes out? From Lester. I know GTA 5 is.
It comes out pretty soon, doesn't it? Like October?
No, it's like summer of 26.
I thought it was Christmas of 26.
No.
No,
It
might
got
be
pushed
summer.
back.
It might be summer.
Last time I checked, it was summer of 26. And I would know this because I've been checking.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, your 5M head ass.
You're not going to play it.
I will play it. I've been waiting on it.
I wonder what it's Florida based.
Mm-hmm. Cocoa Beach is on there.
I'm stoked.
Yeah,
Cape
it'd be
Canaveral
super
was supposed
sick.
to be on there. That'd be sick.
Tampa's on there.
I'm waiting for it.
The keys.
The keys.
They got bitches shaking ass on the car.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's
they got-
real life events, right?
They
there.
got gators.
I
That's
love
real life
gators.
events too.
I'm trying to go kill a gator.
I love me some gators.
I got the railroad track.
My fault. I swallowed
Sorry.
my saliva wrong.
That's crazy. Why you
My
crying?
bad. I don't know. This shit hurt. My fault. Yeah, are you gonna tell us about yourself?
Wait, what?
We got distracted by Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. I'm a.
Don't say it. Don't fucking say.
No. Let him say it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tony. Tell us about yourself.
I'm a marine mechanic.
Fucking do it. That's it.
That's it. That's my personality, my lifestyle, I guess. Boring as fuck.
Spice it up. Tony.
You like working on boats and shit?
Yeah, I do. It's pretty cool sometimes.
What's your favorite kind of boat to work on, Tony?
Uh,
Like the Hondas? You like the Merc Cruisers? You like the
Yuck.
no, I don't like
the
it.
Mercury?
I like Mercury's. Mercury's and Yamahas.
Nice.
He's certified Mercruiser.
Mercury.
I like Yamahas.
Bro gets to go out on the boat all day.
I do.
That's crazy.
That is super sick.
I do love that. That's one part of my job that I actually. It's pretty rewarding.
What about getting stuck out on the water and shit?
That has happened to me more times than I can count.
Yikes.
I've almost sunk 2 boats.
That's not a big deal.
Imagine sinking someone else's boat.
Company money and shit.
It wasn't even someone else's boat. It was one of our boats that wasn't finished. And I went to go test out the finishing product. Was not finished.
Just starts taking on water. Like,
I was like, we got on plane. I'm like, man, this took forever to get on plane. We're at like $6,000 going 20 miles an hour. I'm like, this is not good at all.
Yeah.
And I went to go look in the bilge. I'm like, oh shit,
This shit full of water.
gotta turn around. Going
Imagine
into-
how do you almost flood a boat engine?
Not a boat engine. It was an actual boat. We blew up an engine though. That was cool.
Well, I'm saying like, if the engine goes underwater, can it?
If an engine goes underneath water and it takes on, like, if it floods, there's like a 50-50 shot that you can bring back to life.
That's pretty good odds, actually.
Yeah.
50-50.
That's if the engine isn't blown up.
Are you talking about like a onboard or an off?
So you can hydrolock those?
You can hydraulic them, yeah.
Nice.
But it's fairly easy to, if you got some, you can change the oil like maybe 3 or 4 times with ATF fluid, which is transmission fluid, and it should absorb most of the water after the 5th.
I'm surprised you
oil
don't just
change.
take everything out
You're supposed to.
and empty the engine completely.
You're supposed to. But for it to be completely running, the fastest way to do it is just changing oil with ATF fluid.
Makes sense. Redneck ingenuity.
It'll get her done.
If it's salt water, I recommend just doing a whole rebuild.
Yeah, you don't want all that salt in there.
Nope.
Fuck up the whole engine.
Just pour the salt in the motor.
I mean, that's what I do to the fuel tanks.
It's like putting sugar in a gas tank.
Yep.
What would you say your most favorite memory from high school is? Like, out of all the shit we did.
I remember almost running over Caleb. I don't know if that was my favorite time, but it's the most recorded time.
Always
I
Caleb.
feel like I always like almost get run over.
I mean, you threw a shoe at my car.
You deserved it.
Oh, that was...
That was a whole different time than I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I thought
yeah.
it was Ivan that almost hit you.
He didn't almost hit me.
Ivan definitely almost hit you, and then I almost ran you over.
You remember that little fucking Jetta that you used to have?
Oh, yeah, my Jetta.
Yeah.
I blew that up.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Your mom sold it, didn't she?
Yeah, and there was oil everywhere. And
Oh.
it was,
He'd pull up and you'd just be like, smells like you need a new car, bro. Every time. That's fucking hilarious.
That thing was sick, though.
I blew up the Expedition, too. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I do remember the expedition.
I didn't know you blew it up.
I did.
How?
Well, remember that when we went to the
the range out of
Satellite,
satellite? Yeah.
Yeah, I blew it up there actually. No, I blew it up in Palm Bay. So the issue happened in Satellite, but I fucked it up in Palm Bay.
Yeah, I thought it was just a radiator.
It was the radiator, and then there was a leak, or not a leak. There was a clog within the engine, and it built up pressure, and it cracked the block.
Yikes.
That's so cool.
Yikes.
It was not cool.
It was not
Bro,
cool at
when
the
we went
time.
out there, that was crazy. Some guy backed into his car.
Yeah, some
When?
guy in a white van just completely
Sideswiped
scraped.
his fucking... And he didn't give a fuck.
I didn't care.
Why?
It was a piece of shit expedition, anyways.
Yeah.
What a great video that was.
It was a great video.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. You were there.
I might have been.
You were there. We were out shooting.
That was when that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there that time.
I went once out there with you guys.
I thought you were there. He might not have been there when you got hit.
Was Mark there?
Yeah.
Because I went with Mark.
Well, every time we went out there, we were
Mark
with
was there.
Uh,
Bro got out of his car and he's like, I'm so sorry. Tony goes, I don't care. Backs up, continues to hit his car.
I thought he pulled forward and then
you let that man.
I
do
could have
that.
sworn he did it twice.
he might have.
I think he did it twice.
How old were we? We were like 16, right? Or 17?
16.
16?
16, 17. My favorite memory is when Caleb ran in my fucking car.
Dude, fuck off. We ran into each other.
Oh, you're
I'm not
nuts.
about to have
Yeah,
this
we
fucking
were-
argument
I
with
was
you.
here. You were here. You went into my lane. I went in your lane.
Tony.
Bam.
Your dad's car.
Yes, I'm going straight. I'm going straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's already behind me. He got dusted. I look in the mirror. I'm like, that's weird. Where's Caleb? Boom!
That was with
Right
the
into my
Sentra, huh?
fucking
Yeah.
side, dude.
What'd you name that car?
Samantha.
That
Samantha
makes
the
sense.
Centra. Nah,
Ugly
he
ass
was
car.
in my lane. I was in his lane. We whacked each other.
No, you
Yes.
came like this. At what point were you like, maybe I should stop?
What do you mean? It was wet as fuck.
No, it was not, bro. There's
Dude,
no
yes, it was.
there is no excuse for how you hit that car.
Nah, it's not an excuse. I'm telling you what happened. We hit each other.
No, we did.
It was wet.
I not at
We
any
both-
point went
we
in your
both
fucking lane,
stomped
dude.
on it, dude. We both stomped on it. You got a little ahead of me. We started going to each other's lanes.
Okay. Say what you will. I know what happened. What's crazy though is,
I had a light bar on my Volkswagen.
yeah,
That was kind of crazy.
it was
It
dumb.
was pretty cool, actually. I liked it. You got to install it.
I did.
I don't know why.
I thought it was cool. And then I wanted to install a suspension on it, which I never got to.
You know, you don't even have a light bar on your truck.
No, I do not.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
my
know.
headlights are already pretty bright. My Jetta headlights were dull as fuck, so I was like, I'm going to put a light bar underneath.
You know what? Didn't you get a car and crash it like 2 weeks later?
No. I've only had 2 cars.
Yeah, but the GTI.
His headlight.
No, the hood got bent in, right?
it
You got
was
rear-ended and then...
It was a couple months after I got it. Because I got it in 2021, 2021, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And then like 6 months later, so I got rear-ended.
All I'm hearing is you can't drive.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Was it 2021?
What's the
Might have
most...
been 2020.
Tell them what the most recent thing is that happened.
What's the most recent thing that happened?
Why you had to buy a new rim.
Oh my gosh, dude, I hit it. I was driving home from work. It was like 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
And I'm just driving. Just do, not even paying attention. And all of a sudden my car goes, vroom, vroom. I hit this big ass pothole and it dented both sides of my wheel. And I was driving around on it for like a week. And every time I would drive, it'd go, thump, 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 thump.
Bro can't drive.
Dude, that has nothing to do with me driving.
Imagine this.
Okay.
Imagine this.
Wait, what time was this?
Dude, it was like 1 a.m.
No, there's no excuse for it. You take the same way home every time you go home.
Not always. I like to switch it up. This time I went A1A,
And you hit a pothole.
and it was on the left lane, and I usually take the right lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
How about you pay
construction
attention to the
anyway.
road?
I didn't think there was gonna be a fucking meter-long pothole in the fucking road.
Nah, it's fine.
It wasn't there the night before.
It happens.
Yeah, I had to spend $600 on a new wheel and tire.
The other wheel was bad?
Yeah, it was bent on both sides.
Well, the rim was, but the tire
The
was
tire
bad?
was going bald anyway.
Damn.
He bought carbon fiber mirror covers.
Yeah, the mirror caps, the carbon fiber mirror caps. Yeah,
And they were stolen.
Those are the ones that got stolen?
one of them got stolen. Not even both of them. Just my
Left.
passenger side.
Oh, was it your passenger?
Yeah, my passenger side one got
Where'd it
stolen.
get stolen at?
Dude, I was at Wawa, the one right off Pineda.
Got yoinked.
I think you were there.
It happened that fast, like in between the time you went into the store?
I went in the store. We were looking around at something. I think I got like a quesadilla or something like that. And we were going to go to the pool after. And I walked back out. I was looking around like, where'd my mirror cap go? And I like looked around. There was this van next to me. And I was like, hey, you see where my mirror cap went? They went, I don't think they really spoke any English.
I know.
You didn't go and ask them to look at the cameras?
No.
Shame on you.
Well, how much was the carbon fiber mirror cap?
I don't remember. For like $70.
It ain't about the price.
Damn.
It's about getting your get back.
Either way.
Could have gotten them. Never mind.
Okay. Wait. So there was a van next to the car,
Mm-hmm.
and you thought just because they didn't speak English, it wasn't them?
It could have been, but I wasn't like, where the fuck's my shit at, guys?
You
I'm
should
like,
have. Gun out and everything.
Nah, it wasn't that deep.
They were the obvious suspect.
He said it wasn't that deep, but
Were
I
they-
remember one time we were at the bar and someone was doing jumping jacks on or next to you and accidentally spilt your drink and this dude went fucking
dude,
shit.
no. He had a fucking hula hoop.
Hula hoop. My
He had a
bad.
fucking hula hoop in the middle of the fucking crowd on the floor.
Where
And
everyone's dancing.
He just started spinning that thing, and I'm over there doing my thing with my drink in my
This was
hand.
that area?
Area
Yeah.
142. Yeah.
You remember?
I don't
And he-
ever remember much from area.
Dude, and he smacked my drink out of my hand, and it like flew.
I think it was my sister's birthday.
It might have been.
Was it that day?
It definitely could have been. But I
There's
was
no telling.
I was so heated. It was my it's probably like my fourth or fifth like tequila sunrise. And I had just bought it.
Oh yeah,
Like-
it's fresh.
Fresh, like full. I'd take maybe 2 sips out of it. And I'm just sitting there and whoosh, it's all gone. And I just slowly look up at him. I'm like, bro. And I just point to the floor. He's like, what? What are you talking about? And I'm like, bro. And I've never been so heated in my life.
Yeah. He was pretty upset.
Did you say
Dude,
anything?
I was sitting there with my hands like all clenched up, and I was walking up to him, and like someone grabbed me by the shoulder and started pulling me back.
That was
So I
me.
was pissed because I was about to grab that.
How
fucking
come nobody
hula hoop.
said anything? We could have made this guy get you all of us drinks.
I don't know.
I think I mentioned it to you.
I don't think I would have remembered this.
Dude, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. I was gonna strangle him with that fucking hula hoop.
I would have broke his fucking hula hoop, and then fucking whatever. What are you gonna do? Kick me out?
Yeah, it's closed now anyway, so it's not like it matters.
Well, it's going underneath new management, eh?
No,
It's a
like
different place. It's like
yeah.
a tiki bar now.
Yeah, it's I want to say Pelicans, but it's not Pelicans.
I don't think it is.
Something Tiki and Grill. There's a pelican on like the
Yeah.
cover. It's like their mascot.
We should go check it out.
I don't think it's open yet.
Nah, last time I drove by it, it was closed. Or it was said it was doing an opening sometime within the next couple months or whatever.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
then I asked about it at work, and they're like, "Yeah, they were just letting too many kids in at
Yeah, there
certain
was.
times or whatever."
I would see a lot of underage kids.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Oh, because they would allow them in before I think 9 or whatever.
It's not that they would allow them in. It's like
There's
You
no
couldn't-
way to
You
check everybody's ID.
because people would come in from the back, from the sides. They didn't have like any gates or anything.
Well, I
If they
mean,
were doing
added
an
a
event, you could
fence.
just walk in.
They added a fence around it, but like so they would allow, like some bars will allow like before 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
Yeah.
2100, and allow like anything that anyone that's underneath 21 to come in to play the game or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't have any games.
Yeah, they did. They had the big
Cornhole?
ass. Well, they had cornhole. They had the big ass beer bong. Wasn't beer bong. It was a.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
big
Cup
trash
pong.
cans.
Yeah, cup
Yeah.
pong with the basketball.
I didn't know that.
I was good at that.
I didn't know they had that.
I remember being turned one time, and I was just throwing it with my left hand. I was just beaming them. I was like, bang.
I don't believe that. Not one bit.
I
I'll
mean,
do
he's
it
got
again.
the height. I believe.
Spell red.
Lester.
That's what I thought, nigga. That's what I fucking thought. Is that good?
Go.
Damn.
I heard that. Go.
Tastes like peanut butter.
Damn. That should have get you right. As long as you keep it like that, you don't put any extra additives in there,
Mm-hmm.
it's typically pretty good.
It's good.
Tony.
regardless.
This is what we drank in New York.
That was fun.
New York was.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know, we were just talking about how every time we turn around, you're on the fucking floor.
Oh yeah.
Bro could not walk.
You look like a cartoon character.
Well, I
Slipping.
also had the
like-
wrong. I had the wrong pair of boots. I think I borrowed a pair of your boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was funny though. Watching you just eat shit at every fucking step.
It was pretty hilarious.
Place is nice.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
It
Every
was.
picture was a poster card picture.
Yeah. You like taking pictures.
I do. I love it.
Everything. We went to this gun range day.
Space Ghost Ranger.
It was all right.
Should have gone.
Pretty
Yeah,
all right.
I wanted to.
I mean, we spent more time waiting
Yeah,
than,
we did. It was like Disney World.
Damn.
than shooting, but you know, whatever. Every time I turn around, this motherfucker.
Wanted to savor the experience.
Yeah, he did. Get random tags on Facebook. I'm like, when the fuck did you take this, dude?
You guys be using Facebook?
I use
He
Facebook
uses
mostly
Facebook.
for
Everything.
no marketplace and keeping contact with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, a marketplace for sure.
That's the only thing I use it for.
And my grandpa's his only social media right now is Facebook. So I like to keep contact with him.
Remember that when
That's sweet.
that was it? Just Facebook?
It's like Facebook and MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was the other thing. That's so. I'm always so mind boggled by that. Like, you sent me some shit earlier, and it was like,
Earlier today.
yeah, everybody's just like sheep.
Yeah, that shit was deep.
How like much your TV and your phone can control you.
Yeah.
That shit's
That and other
crazy.
people.
Yeah. What a world we live in. What's next? What do you think is next?
I don't think I want to know.
Like what now?
I think it's gonna be some shit like the Neuralink. I think
Flying cars.
I think the Neuralink is gonna be next.
What's the Neuralink?
It's where you
It's-
can like
It's like an
it's
implant
literally
in the
like
brain.
yeah.
And they tested it on this guy, and he can like control the mouse with like his mind.
Oh
computer,
yeah, I've
yeah.
seen that video.
I don't know exactly how it works, but like it's already been tested.
I've seen
Super
Ray-Bans
freaky.
come out with the new AI generated sunglasses. for
That's
like
freaky, too.
$800.
That AI shit is fucking also shit's weird, dude.
Powered by Meta,
Scary.
Ray-Ban, and AI.
Meta Ray-Bans.
Everything's weird now. I think we're hitting that age where it's like, you know, sometimes it feels like yesterday. Just outside playing, dude.
Yeah.
There was no Snapchat or I don't think even Instagram was around yet or TikTok.
Yeah.
Nah, It's
Used to be
Grandma's not
Vine.
out.
Gotta listen to the radio.
Vine, yeah, Vine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Vine was what, like fourth grade?
Long time ago. Yeah, like elementary school.
And I remember my sister being like obsessed with. I think it was Musically.
Yeah.
I think that was before TikTok.
Yeah.
Musically became TikTok.
Yep.
Just
Shit's crazy. What a fucking world.
Now
And
TikTok
iFunny.
is like.
iFunny.
I remember iFunny.
I don't even know what that is.
I didn't really like iFunny that much.
iFunny was like a stupid meme page or an app that people would just post
a lot of
random
memes.
memes.
Instagram.
I saw some
It was
crazy
kinda like
stuff
Instagram.
on iFunny.
Okay. Yeah, back in your day and age.
Yep. Back in the old days.
Okay. Yeah, what's next?
I just told you the Neuralink.
Okay.
Or UFOs.
Or that. I still
Imagine we controlled the UFOs with the Neuralink. We just look at it real hard and just.
What if the UFOs are controlling us with the Neuralink?
I would never
me
get a
there.
fucking Neuralink, bro.
I don't know.
Imagine anybody can just tap into your shit.
He's got all my knowledge.
Yeah.
got-
Just tap into your shit.
Ooh, what the cyber? Was it Cyberpunk? Is that it? That's a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all like they got like mechanical arms and shit?
Yeah, they got
that
like,
might be next.
No.
Like
That'd be
just
cool.
completely take your right arm,
I don't think so.
dude.
donate it to someone else, and they just make you.
You could get a mechanical
iRobot
shoulder.
I feel like that's more like
a RoboCop,
that's more advanced like we've
Terminator type shit.
Yeah.
I think
Earth's
he's gonna
ending
go off
and
that.
yeah. I don't know.
Wish you could get a new shoulder.
You could get a new shoulder.
You guys got some fucking jokes, dude.
VA
Yeah.
just came out with a new shoulder for you.
All right.
Robotic.
That's crazy. I mean, we're getting these fucking robot motherfuckers now.
Dude,
Robot dogs?
I went to
No,
in,
robot people.
Oh, the people.
in Vegas. I went to the Sphere, and in the Sphere they had these AI robots that you could like talk to and interact with before you go and like watch the show.
Like the Tesla robots?
Crazier than Tesla robots.
Really?
They're like, we had actual conversations with these robots.
The AI generated fucking or the AI whatever. Yeah. Dude,
It
I don't
was
know how I feel about that.
Freaky.
Isn't that crazy? Think about this. That shit
Mhm.
drops. You know motherfuckers are going to buy them.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers going to
Freaky
be
motherfuckers are gonna buy them.
never going to cook. Never going to clean.
It's going to be Wally.
Never going to shop.
I love Wally.
I don't know if I would. I don't know. That's so weird. Like, why's everything got to be about what's more convenient?
Because that's what we've kind of based everything off of.
We don't give a fuck about convenience.
We just want to make everything easier.
I'd be fine scratching on a fucking wall in a cave.
Think about it. Like, most inventions that we've came up with are really just to make
We didn't
things
come up with them.
easier. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get into this nonsense again.
Well, I mean,
Do you think, and I won't go too crazy, but
All right.
human, that all the like technology, engines, light bulb, human innovation, yes or no?
human innovation, I think some things are, but some things definitely
Far surpass what?
far surpasses what the human information can handle.
Like what?
Think about a computer.
You know how long it took them to get a computer like that? You know how big like the first computers were?
Okay.
Think about how fast they downsized it.
Because they figured out how it worked.
Think about your phone.
Yeah. Remember how big
We used to
phones
just have.
to be?
We just used to have an operator,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, they did the lines,
Yeah.
and then after that, you could hold it in your fucking hand.
Because they figured out how it works.
Who is they?
Whoever created like the first iPhone or whoever
Okay.
whoever
Remember those MP3 players, those little iPod things?
I
Yeah.
love those things. I had one.
Shit's crazy. Shit is crazy. That shit. You really think somebody figured out
Yes.
that a file could have a size,
Yes, because everything has
And how to
have a
make-
size.
basically a drive to fit a file?
Mm-hmm.
What's that noise?
It's the fridge.
Oh.
You think?
Yes, I do.
I don't know why it is you think this.
Because I know how I think, and like if I was gonna create something like that, I think I could figure it out.
Tell me right now how a computer is made.
What do you mean?
Explain it.
Motherboard, CPU.
It's got all these components.
Okay, no, we're not going to talk about the components.
Okay.
How does a motherboard work?
Soldering.
It sends
circuit boards.
electrical signals through different parts of the motherboard.
But you know this how?
Because I've read about it.
And where do you think that actual information came from?
The person who made it,
And where do you think he got that information from?
the people before him.
Dude, you know what this
Where did it
reminds me
come?
of?
No, where did it come from is the question.
Dude, someone thought about
Nobody
it and made it.
Someone was high as fuck
Nobody
in a garage and
no,
was like, yo.
no, nobody fucking sat down. Think about this.
Okay.
Think about this.
So,
Think about this.
me out.
Think about this. Do you use a
Okay.
fucking landline?
no.
No one does.
Right? You have a cell phone,
Okay.
but think about there's people that still use a landline.
Yes.
Okay? Why if you could just use a landline, why do you want a cell phone?
Because it's more convenient.
It's more convenient.
Yes, your point being.
We care so much about convenience that nobody cares how it is made. Nobody would have the thought to create something like that.
Why? I feel like
Because
why wouldn't we have
at the
thought?
time, at the time, calling an operator and having them patch you through a line is convenient. Nobody's thinking, how do I make this better?
Dude, I feel like you just don't have the right
Nobody
mindset,
is
dude.
thinking, how do I make this better?
I always want to make something better. If I have something, I'm like, how can this be better? How can I fix this? How can I do it this way?
Yeah, because when I'm working on engines,
I feel
I'm
like you just-
I could probably engineer myself an engine. It'd probably
Exactly.
be-
I would think these
The-
things, yes.
I think you just
I
don't
would
have
think
the right
I would
mindset
think
about it.
these things, yes. But I'm talking one single person.
Your ass is stupid.
One no.
What
No.
makes
No.
you
No.
think
No.
no one else can do it?
No. No. Where does the information come from?
I don't know, motherfucker.
Exactly.
I guess.
Exactly. How did one motherfucker be like, just an example,
Okay.
I'm not getting too crazy. I'm tired of riding a horse.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to make a motorized buggy.
I don't think
From
it-
scratch. But how did they know that gasoline was even a thing? How did they know that oil could lubricate parts?
Because they were using other things. Like they had lanterns that used oil, and they were like, "Oh, if this can do this, then I can try and use it here." Like it wasn't just like I just figured it out. Like it took testing and different trials,
Testing and different things.
they
Correct.
tried
Correct.
so much different stuff to try and get it to work, and they finally figured it out.
So you think that people that just think outside of the box create things?
Yes,
Off of what?
off of pure creativity, ideas that they have in their mind.
Tony, if you didn't know nothing about a motor,
I'd-
would you? If you didn't know nothing about a motor, would you know how a motor worked?
Nah.
Because he doesn't have the initiative to go and find it out and make a motor.
If there's nothing that exists about a motor, where the fuck are you getting initiative from?
They just how you think things are invented every day, dude? How you
I mean, so what my
Backdating
thought process-
technology.
let him talk.
My thought process is instead of using an actual gasoline motor, I'm thinking of like how I can make a.
Don't say it because you'll die. They'll find you.
That's true. I have seen those. I've seen.
They will find you.
Yeah.
They will find you. Okay, well, I guess if this will help you,
Okay.
here's the way I think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's humans. I don't know what kind of access we have, but I've always thought about it as reverse engineer this. Somebody gets chosen that is on the right path of something. Word spreads around. This guy's going to do this. Oh, this is our guy. Reverse engineer this. We're going to give you essentially the schematic of how to do this. Reverse engineer that. And then, yes, I do believe that humans obviously, once you have the diagrams, once you have everything, a human can innovate.
Okay.
Because we were able to reverse engineer it and make it, right?
Okay.
But I think about it the same way as the healthcare system. There are cures for cancer. There are cures for diabetes.
Okay.
Studies have proven that. There's even engines that run on water. There's engines that run off of recycled plastic.
Yamaha just came out with a water running engine.
But if
It's
we
not
could just do
practical.
that and we could be cheap about it, healthcare, they're not going to get paid because instead of just doing $50,000 chemotherapy and all these different treatments and putting you on these meds and giving you almost $500,000 in medical debt, we'd rather you just get sick and you'll die.
Okay.
You can't break the system.
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
So we just get enough, a little bit, just enough, a little. So 1 year you'll hear, okay, we got a cure. We're working on a cure. The cure didn't work. A couple years later, we got a cure. We're working on a cure. It's a continuous cycle.
I think we don't. I think we have cures, but we mainly use vaccines because vaccines you can buy vaccines. You can't buy cures because once you use a cure, you're done needing the cure. If you buy vaccines, you're gonna constantly need a vaccine.
Is that how that works?
In my thought process, yeah.
A vaccine is just a preventative measure. It doesn't always work. You could get a flu vaccine and still get the flu.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You could get a COVID vaccine and still get COVID.
but yet there's no cure for it because we don't make money off cures. If more
Okay.
than we can try and get, the way I see the healthcare system is we can get more money out of a single person.
I just said that.
Then we can just. Oh my bad.
Where were you?
I was looking at Beetlejuice.
Okay. Okay. It's fucked. It really is. And it's shitty because there are studies and, there's documentation that cures have been found and the people go missing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like it's like what's your intake on that since you are such a down to earth person?
I feel like with the medical system, I feel like that's a good possibility.
I think it's just a scam.
I think it very well could be. But then again,
Most
there's also
parts could be a scam.
there's also a lot of places that have free healthcare.
Countries, right?
Yes. Countries with free healthcare.
Yeah,
so
but how good is the healthcare?
better than ours probably.
Well, Canada is better than ours. Is just the wait process.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the VA system.
Well, I just think all of insurance is a scam because, you pay $500 a month for car insurance and $200 a month for medical insurance. You don't go to the doctor. You don't get in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
What am I paying for?
That
You're
off
paying for
chance
that event that it could happen. So
Yeah.
why do I not get a refund for it not happening?
And yet all that money that you put into it's capped out.
Yeah. You're literally putting into I think the idea of
Because they have to make money off you.
you putting money into something like that, like there's no return on it. And I think that's insane. What's the average American throughout their lifetime medical insurance and a car note? Well, car insurance.
I got
Car
no
insurance
clue.
on average is $200.
I'm saying like in their lifetime, like how much
Probably
do you
a
think
lot.
they invested?
$200 a month.
Let's say $1,200 a year. Say you live 50 years. That's already more than $50,000. It's probably like 60.
And the average American lives, I think, 82 years, I think.
Yeah, but you also don't have car insurance for the first like 16 or so.
Yeah, that's true. And then you get senior citizen fucking,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
and it's capped out at like
$100,000.
$10,000, I think. If you get into an accident, I think it's capped out at 10K.
Yikes.
Shit is wild to me. Like, I don't know. I
But
think we
it's
need
like-
to restart the earth.
Required to have car insurance. Required to have
Health
house
insurance.
insurance.
I
don't have health insurance.
I mean, yeah,
Renter's
I guess.
insurance.
Yeah, renter's insurance. There's insurance on everything.
But I guess that's their thing, right? Is like
Renter's insurance is $500 a year though.
you
Mhm.
get hurt, and then you do have health insurance. You just pay a deductible versus
Having to pay like 10 grand all at once.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why this shit's so expensive. And I also think that health insurance should be free.
I also
That
think
would be nice, wouldn't it?
I think it should be
tax
free.
money's going somewhere, and it's not the health.
Right.
Yeah, where could it be going?
What's crazy is we're not even supposed to pay taxes.
Yeah. They fought over taxes over some fucking
2%
Tea.
fucking tea.
A 2% tax.
Fucking
What was it?
tea.
Tax raise?
I don't
Was
know.
it on the tea?
Yeah, I
it
think
was
they
on
just
tea.
taxed the tea.
2% tax on the tea.
And they
And we
fought.
started a
They were like,
revolution over
they were like,
That's
oh
great.
hell nah.
Well, I know that I heard some talks that the administration was trying to get rid of the IRS,
Yeah, they're trying to
which
disband
makes
the
sense
IRS.
because it was never supposed to be like that. Like we were never we only started paying taxes because they wanted, that was like if you don't want to draft or you don't want to go to a war, support the war,
Mm-hmm.
Talk about some optional shit.
and you could fucking do it that way. That would be like the support. So they said, okay, all Americans will pay
7%.
whatever the tax amount. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was.
I think it's been gone up, but right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it went
7%
up.
right
But the
now.
IRS was never a thing. I think it was always just at the federal level,
Mm-hmm.
and you would just pay federal taxes. I don't even think there was a state tax
Probably not.
Not at
because
that time, no.
the state tax is supposed to be like your gas and your groceries. That's
Your
what they add the
roads.
state tax to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the state is supposed to get paid. And then the federal government is supposed to get paid from the states. And then really technically how it started, they never got paid at all
Yeah.
because you work for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a self-service thing, like a selfless service. Like you work
Now
for
they
the
make
people.
bank.
Motherfuckers just sitting around. I'm glad. I mean, with this administration, them getting rid of all this shit they don't need, figuring out where all this money's going. Don't you think that's crazy? Know that your fucking money is going overseas for. I think one of them that they found was a transition place in fucking I don't even know where it was.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy. A body I don't know what the word for it is, but
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's insane.
Whoa.
All that moneyins
All my money
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
You all right?
Nah, I'm about to cry.
Why are you crying?
All that money I worked for is just gone.
Okay.
It's really just the only thing to do is to just be a player.
We're getting manipulated.
Be a player.
The government's the ultimate gaslight.
Yeah.
I think we would have a civil war before we had
Probably.
another world war.
You're probably right. I would be very surprised if that wasn't the case.
Me too. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody tried to overthrow the government.
Yeah.
I'm not inciting anything here. I'm just
I mean,
I
I hope
think-
not.
So, in my opinion, on the governmental, parties, I guess, I think it's more created to be separated than to be together. Like united. Like I know we're supposed to be saying we're united or whatever, but I think the parties make us separated.
I think that's stupid.
I think we
We were talking about this the
Yeah.
other day. Yeah, I hate that.
there's no way to not be divided, I feel like, because especially now everybody's like such an individual.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a better way to do it.
Oh, there has to be a better way to do it.
That's
Dude.
what I'm saying.
This ain't it.
This way is just splitting us all apart. Think
It's
about
making
how,
us so
how
I
mad
think
and frustrated people are.
It is definitely, it takes such a toll out. Like to see the amount of shit that happens now, like the hate,
It tears people apart. It tears
people
families
fighting,
apart, dude.
people like
lose friends over
unfriending
someone-
people
Yeah.
on Facebook or blocking people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Over some petty ass bullshit.
I was bullshitting, bro. Like just bullshitting.
Yeah.
And I posted something when on inauguration or on the election day.
That was the election day.
Brother, I don't give a fuck about politics in the sense of who wins what. No matter what, we're fucked. It doesn't matter who the fuck is running.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's no difference. I had like 30 people unadd me, and I had a handful of
Figures.
people swipe up, like crashing out,
Yeah.
crashing out.
That's what I'm saying.
I just was like, there's no way. Like, whatever.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just not working. It's really just not working how it should be.
Well, I think, we'll destroy ourselves before a fucking asteroid hits us.
Yeah, but I feel like I'd rather an asteroid hit us. In all honesty,
It's whatever.
these two to go out together.
I wonder if we'll live long enough to, like, go to another planet.
I hope so. I would love
I
to
would
go to
love
another planet.
that, but I doubt it, dude.
I would
mean,
not love to go to another planet.
I would.
You're so simple-minded.
It's not about being simple-minded.
Why
No
wouldn't you
Man's
wanna go
Sky
to a
in
different
IRL,
planet?
dude, would be crazy.
It would be nice if it was something we could do as an individual. But to go somewhere else and, it's the same fucking situation as the place the grass ain't greener on the other side.
You never know, because think about it. When
Sure, it's cool to see, but is it really
Hear me
worth
out.
it?
Hear me out. Think about it. Back in history, okay?
Uh-huh.
They left England,
Yeah.
came over to America. You know what they did? They said, fuck England. This is ours now. How do you know the same shit couldn't happen there or to another planet? History repeats itself, dude. It could be just a whole cycle. We could have a whole new planet with a completely different view of life.
It'd be crazy if there was another.
We could.
You never know.
I need to get abducted. What were you saying?
If there was like a another human race before us that already went to another planet
From this planet.
from this planet.
Are the dinosaurs real?
Yes.
How else do you
Have you seen a dinosaur before?
Yes.
in museums?
Alligators.
Okay.
Crocodiles. Sharks.
You're so simple-minded.
There's a few shellfish that are also.
You're so simple-minded.
Why do you use my insults against me?
But you know what's crazy is that NASA was actually created to
Explore the ocean.
explore the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And we know more about outer space than we do about our own
Yep.
ocean.
And you know what happened? You know the
Aliens,
story? No.
UFOs, they were in the ocean.
Atlantis.
Or that, but you know the story behind that? Like what happened?
No, what was the actual story?
Well, we could start off with the moon landing was not real. The first one, at least.
I said that to one of my coworkers. His dad works at NASA, and fucking he went furious. I'm like, well, it's not my fault. Your dad had I guarantee you, your family brought home a nice little steak that night and was like, here's some hush.
NASA was started by two people. And essentially, they did not want anybody to interfere with them. And they were just, a couple of dudes, what you would probably call out-of-the-box thinkers.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a whole bunch of engineering going on. some propulsion stuff. They were able to use rockets and stuff. The government steps in.
Okay.
Didn't give them a choice. They said, we got to make something happen here. We got to go to the moon, and you guys got to do it.
JFK. Which I like JFK. JFK was.
You weren't even alive.
I've read a lot of documentaries and or seen a lot of documentaries, read a lot of articles.
I was gonna
about
let you
JFK.
slide on that one.
Yeah, nah.
You weren't even alive. That's crazy. You can admire somebody else's work.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to.
And he was Democrat.
Really?
Yeah, he was Democrat.
They need to reveal those.
I legit was really interested in what JFK was thinking during his presidency before he was assassinated.
I didn't do
of
too
course,
much
but-
research on it.
Me neither.
Well, I was really good in history, like in high school and everything. I did a lot of research in history.
Mm. What do you think happened to him?
Kind of guy.
I mean, you know, they always talk about the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files.
I definitely feel like it was set up kind of like how I don't want to say this because I feel like there's like a secret organization, which might sound stupid, but like, you know how the assassination attempt, the first one with Donald Trump, how there's some kid randomly got bypassed security with
Open field, plain sight,
Yeah,
plenty
like-
of people seeing him. Nobody cared. They saw him. The sniper saw him, didn't take a shot before he let off a shot, and then the sniper shot.
I think it's the same.
They burned his
exact
body
setup.
the same day.
I think it's the same exact setup as the JFK.
Crazy work.
I
assassination.
agree with that. And I think what's crazy is there's a repeated pattern in history is that these decent people who have fairly decent ideas, they end up dying.
Well, it was a Marine that shot JFK. It was a recon sniper. Forgot his
And
name.
it was all hush, 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 hush. Abraham Lincoln
Which that might have been.
got assassinated as well.
That's true. Could have been the same exact.
John Wilkes.
secret-
But he was changing because he had, I think at that point, he had just freed the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh boy, was that bad for America.
Shut up.
And then what happened? No, I'm not like, I don't personally think that was, but I'm thinking, you know, when they tried to assassinate him or when they assassinate him, that was
Probably not good for him.
the thought process. Okay. This fucking guy. I don't know, dude. History repeats itself, I feel like.
Does definitely.
Yeah.
And I think
And
like
always will.
today would be like, you know, they try to get rid of the Jews. What are they doing today? They're trying to get rid of the Mexicans. History repeats
You got a
itself.
point.
It's crazy. I mean, we're not slaughtering like Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, all of Hitler's, like, some of his ideology was not terrible.
He made the very first successful tanning bed. You gotta think about it. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Maybe we should.
Me
Maybe
thinking,
we should cut this part.
I'd probably cut that out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you ever look into any of that. I mean, I know you're a simple-minded fuck,
Yeah. Whatever. I'm the simple.
but you should do
man.
some research, like especially like on his book and stuff. He actually was not crazy. He was super fucking smart.
I believe that.
He had a lot of scientists that was actually really good engineers. Like,
Yes.
Insanely good engineers.
Yes.
Yes.
From technology that he stole. So, like I was saying, you know, the anti-gravity vehicle, Hitler was the first
Not
one
this
to have
shit
his hands
again.
on one of those. Oh, my bad.
Not this shit again. It looks like
was it's a-
Rick Sanchez's car.
Yeah, it's like
It's like this. It looks exactly the same.
Well, I mean, we ran long on this one. You got any?
Bing bong.
Why are you looking at me like that, dude?
oh, it's
You got anything you want to say?
Nah, I was just curious what you were about to say.
I was going to ask you a question
Oh,
because this isn't intervention.
this is not an intervention.
We didn't even get to the questions yet, Tony.
Yeah, what the? Okay.
He answered one question. Marine mechanic?
Oh.
No, he answered it. He answered a few.
How do you spell red?
Thank you for watching this episode of the 2 Geek Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's been a blast. Tony, thanks for coming on
It's been real.
against
been
your
fun.
will.
Against my will.
Hasn't
gunpoint
been
by
real
Caleb.
fun.
Okay. All right. Deuces.
Drugs causing mayhem.